How do? Yorkshire Sim Guy here, and we are back on Farming Simulator. We've been off for 5 months, something like that. Had a little bit of a break, real life taking over as it does. But we are back. We've just downloaded a fairly new map called Backroads Country. Nice looking map, not too big, it's always good for single player. Got a good mix of fields, bit of forestry area as well, which is good. Starting equipment wise, we've got a lot of gear. A lot of gear. We start with 2 tractors. We've got the Deuce Far, and we have got the White Agco, however you pronounce it. Pickup truck. We also start with a wagon, or lorry, whatever you want to call it, which is pretty nice, and a nice big cart. We've got the Massey Ferguson harvester. We've got a mixer for cows. Start with this massive cow barn. No cows or anything like that though. We've got a storage for bales, and as you can see, we start with 44 bales, 21 hay, 23 straw. So not bad. Not bad at all. I think what I'm going to do first off is sell some stuff. Because we're not going to need everything that we've got here. We certainly don't need this ginormous plough. What else don't we need? Well, we start with a silo, a large silo, but it's one that we need the belts for, so we need the belts. Got a spreader. I may sell that mixing wagon. What else have we got? Oh, we've got a skid steer. And a mower. I can honestly say I've never used a skid steer for loading, so I'm going to keep that. Normally I'm a front loader or a forklift telehandler, so that's nice. That's a nice little change. First look though, first impressions, this map looks really nice. Really good. Where is the vehicle shop? Vehicle shop. Oh, is it all the way over there? That's not too far. Mod wise, we've got, I use a lot of mods, 250 there or thereabouts. Majority of those mods are tractors and tools. Gameplay mod wise, we have Hire Purchase, which is a lovely mod. Very realistic. Most people, if you're buying gear, not just go out and spend a couple of £100 on an implement, you're going to buy it and spread it over a couple of years. So we've got that. We've got, what else we've got? We've got Paint and Terraform Anywhere, which is good for building, to soften the area if it's a bit wonky. We have left out of here. Ooh, nice gate. Free Paint and Terraform. I think that's really about it for actual like gameplay mods as such. So we'll get this out of the store, we'll get this sold, we'll go back, we'll get the mixer, we'll get that salt, and then we may even have a look at buying another field. Doesn't seem to be any traffic on this map, or not much, I haven't seen any yet. It's definitely turned on. Let me just have a quick look at the fields we start with. So we've got a wheat field and a grass field, 20 and 19. How much is land costing us? £250,000 for that. Yeah, 300 grand. I think what we may do is we may buy another field when we've sold these couple of implements. So let's get these sold and then we'll have a look at a field to buy. Okay, back with the mixing wagon. There's no traffic. I have checked, traffic is on, but there's just no cars about. So don't know why. There's just been no traffic coded into the map, which is fine, doesn't really matter. Let's see how much we get for these. 46k on the plough. Nice. and 51 on the mixing wagon. We will do cows at some point, but it's not going to be in the first year. Definitely not the first year. So we can always buy another one, get it on hire purchase maybe, or just lease it. Really, there's not going to be any rules as such on this playthrough. We're going to do just a fairly chilled run through of it, just to get us back into the swing of it. So yeah, like I said, we had 5 months off. We've had got myself a new job. Got some bits and bobs going on in real life that obviously have to take precedence. But I've been smashing Farming Simulator, to be honest. Over the past couple of months, really got back into it again. So we're going to start off probably a couple of videos a week just to get myself back into it, and then we can go from there. It's not going to be daily videos, unfortunately. I just don't have the time for it, but you know, we can still look at 3 to 4 videos a week. Get back into the groove. So that gives us best part of 200k. I think we should probably buy a field. We've got no loan to start, so we can always take out a bit of a loan as well if we need to. We don't really need to buy any implements. I think I may need to upgrade my drill though. I think it's the Great Plains one we start with, so I need to get that upgraded. We'll do a bit of silage because we've got a grass field and we've got a bunker silo there. We don't have a forage wagon though. I don't even think we have a baler, to be honest. We'll get back to farm and we'll have a look. Forage wagon would be preferable. One thing I've noticed recently on maps, I've been playing newer maps like this, is that they don't have any sell points for wood, which I find really strange because there's forestry on this map, so there's no selling points for wood or the products that you can make from wood. Beams, planks. Oh, we can get, well, it says there's a price for planks, but it doesn't say where buys them, so it may be we have to put down a sell anything sell point to be able to sell some wood, because I would do a bit of forestry. Don't mind a bit of forestry, and there's areas designed for it. So what field do we want to buy? There's wheat in that one. Precision farming is on, obviously. Now that it's last time we played, it was still a bit glitchy, but it seems to be working well at the moment. That's not a bad field, 102% yield. In fact, first off, let's just buy our soil samples so we can see what we've got. 2.5 grand there. Ooh, 2,700 there. That's a bad field for the wheat. 80% yield. Grass field's nice at 110. So I think it's either going to be that one, which has got a decent yield and it's wheat. What's that one? Sorghum, is it? Yeah, sorghum. Could be an option. Have to take out a loan either way. I think we'll go with the wheat because we've already got a wheat field there. We've got a decent harvest potential on that. But that's 115. That's a nice loam field. I mean, it would be nice to get both, wouldn't it? But the only problem with that is this harvester is not very big. We've got some bad fields here. Right, let's take out a loan. Buy this wheat field. So it's 244. I think we take 100k loan out just to get us going. Get that field bought. Lovely jubbly. Okay. Right, let's jump into Harvester. And let's start getting this wheat harvested, I think. It's been a long time since I've used the belt system for silos. I'm going to have to have a look at that again. I always seem to start off with this harvester on most maps. Well, don't get me wrong, it's a good little harvester, but it's small. No two ways about that. Anything in the sale, actually? What's that? Oh, veg planter. Oh, that's a forage harvester header. No, nothing for us. We'll be doing a bit of silage, like I said, but we're not going to be going mad on the silage. Cut this grass field. That'll probably be it for silage. Might have a look at getting a greenhouse on the go fairly early as well for a bit of passive income. We want to get that loan paid back as soon as we possibly can. But we have still got quite a bit of gear that we need to buy. I think drill wise, like I said, is it the Great Plains we've got? Yeah. So that's not a direct drill, I need a direct drill. I don't think we've got a cultivator. No, no cultivator, so I think we need to... That's worth 46k. How much is a direct drill going to cost me? We have got the Sort Your Store mod, which is a lovely little mod, which does it in price order. So that's a direct drill, but it's only 3 meters. Three meters again. 4 meters. Okay, so 6 meter direct drill. I need 240 horsepower, which I think we've got in the Dusfar. 230. 225. We'll have a think. We'll have a think, but I don't really want to be cracking through these fields of a 3 meter drill. And we are off. The harvest is underway. We're going to do a couple of laps of the headlands. We have got straw stuff on, but we've got no baler either. We are lacking in a couple of key items here. We may have to get some on hire purchase. Where are we on balers? Oof, 165 grand is the cheapest. So that would be, yeah, we've got the horsepower to pull that, the New Holland, 167k. What's hire purchase look like on that? Let's just check my harvester. Yeah, it's okay. So hire purchase on that one would be, if we do it over 5 years, put a 10% deposit down, 5%. 10%. It's about 3 grand a month, which is not too bad. We might have to do that, simply because we need a baler, and we don't have a flatbed either. Oh, I mean, we've got the skid steer, but it's the New Holland. I don't know if it's going to be enough to be able to pick bales up. I mean, if we were getting a square baler, yeah, maybe if we were to get that on hire purchase. 7, oh no, that's only 1 year, 5 years, it's 1,500 quid a month. Or do we just lease it? Because we're only going to use it this one time. I don't want to get too much on hire purchase, but we need to get enough to get us going. We still need a forage wagon. Let's just get around this corner and then we'll have a look at forage wagons. Because I need a decent size one. So that's 26, 35. That's kind of middle of the road, isn't it? Well, I suppose that one's more middle of the road, but silage additive tank on it. 5 years. Yeah, so I think if we get the forage wagon and the baler on hire purchase, and then we can just lease the bale transporting. Is that our field? Yeah. Full of weed. And we'll lease the bale transporter. We're only going to need it for this field and the new field. Like I say, for grass we're going to have the forage wagon. So I'm going to do a lap of the headland, or 2 laps of the headland. And then I'll jump in the baler, set the AI worker to finish the field on the up and downs. Let's actually just get that now. That's when we're going to go for. We'll go for US because it's a US map. Although I prefer it in yellow. Not bothered about wheels really. Pretty standard, aren't they? Yeah. 230 horsepower we've got just. So we'll hire purchase that. 5 years, please. If that take care, we're going to need what else? We're going to need silage additive, sprayers as well. And for, yeah, we'll just put 5% down. We'll get that. Because we haven't got. Well, we have got a spreader, but it doesn't do lime. And we obviously need to do lime on precision farming. I think we're going to end up getting 3 or 4 items on hire purchase this first year. But then we shouldn't need to buy anything for the next couple of years. Right, let's get these headlands done. My only concern with this is the size of the harvester. This is quite a big field. 14.6 acres on the field, but this one is nearly double. 35.5 acres. And this harvester, it's like I say, it's a good harvester. It's just small. Very small for a 35 acre field. So I don't know whether we get this field done. I mean, we're going to be baling at the same time, so it's not going to be... You know, we're still going to have stuff to do, but it's going to take a long time. I just wonder if we release a bigger harvester for the next field. Like I say, it's double the size of this field, and this is going to take us a while with this harvester as is. The only problem is I don't want to be leasing loads and hire purchasing loads of gear. As far as hire purchase goes, once we've got what we need, obviously we won't need to do any more, but I'm just concerned with the size of this harvester and the size of that next field. We'll get this emptied, we'll set it on a worker to start the up and downs, we'll go grab the baler and we'll start baling this field. I mean, just looking at it, we've barely scratched the surface here. It looks like a huge field, and the next one's double. Let's just have a quick look at harvesters. So we currently have that one with a header size of 6 meters. It's just the price of them. 450 grand, 400 grand. I mean, the Axiflow, it's only 7.5, so it's only a metre, well, 2.5 metres bigger. I'm pretty sure that one, though, can take the biggest header. The Flex Draper. I'm sure I've done that on another playthrough and it's worked alright. But even, I mean, 15 metres obviously is massive compared to the 6 metre one we've got. But that, 144 grand. So if we were to lease that, that's 7.5 grand. And the harvester is 15, so that's 22 grand. That'll take nearly all of our money. And it'd really just be for one field. I'll have to have a think. Let's get the worker going on this one anyway. We don't need the headlands doing. It's a nice, easy, square, pretty much field. This shouldn't cause any issues for the worker. The trailer's tiny as well. I mean, we've got the lorry and that big trailer, or bigger trailer. How big is that trailer? So we do have trailer fill limit on as well. So that can take 40,000 litres. What about the one we've currently got that we're using? That can take 18. But I don't know what its trailer fill limit is. Right, let's get this unloaded. We'll bring it back. We'll take the Deuce Far up to get the baler. I'm going to have to have a look at getting the conveyor belt set up for the silo. So many decisions, and like I said, I don't mind buying a few implements on hire purchase, and the odd one on lease here and there, but I don't want to make a habit of it. I'm just worried it's going to take us hours and hours to harvest that bigger field. Right then, let's have a look. I don't know. I would imagine it's this one. It looks bigger. Hey up, buddy. What's happened to you? How do I get into it? How do I move it? Is this a drivable one? I don't know. I thought, has it got a hook up? Oh, it has got a hook up. The only one I've ever used of the conveyors has been when you drive yourself. Let's have a look. If I don't get on with it, we can always sell it and just put in a standard silo. Sell both the belts, sell the silo. Plus this can only take one crop type, I believe, as well. So it would limit us to just doing one crop. Unless we've got another bin, I suppose. Right, how do we work this? Oh. Unfold. Unfold? How do we extend it? Up or down? Oh, I've got cosplay on. How do we extend? Well, that's full. Get off. Doesn't even look like it reaches. Or am I missing something glaringly obvious here? It's got to get to the top of it, hasn't it? How does this work then? I mean, I'm probably just being really stupid, but I can't see how we extend it, because that's not big enough. That doesn't seem to be big enough, unless these things on the side are where it goes into. The one I used, it was, you had to get like the hole in the top of it. Right, well, let's see if it's these things on the side. If it's not, then I'm probably just going to sell it and buy a standard silo. This is not going well. I absolutely hate trying to reverse these trailers as well. I just find it nigh and impossible. Even if you're just going in a straight line, it just jumps. And then you can't. I'm not going to spend much longer on this. No, right, okay. I'm going to sell them, and I'm going to just put a standard silo in. Okay, so I stopped recording for some reason. Not quite sure why, what happened there, but there we go. I need to check on editing when it stopped, but we got that silo, we bought that. We're just down there unloading the Massey, and I've just had a look at the price, and if we sell the Massey and the header, it's about 110 grand, which is a nice little figure. So new thoughts are we finish this field we're doing with the Massey, we sell the Massey and the header, and we release the case and the big case header for the last field. I'm just going to go pick the baler up, sell the 2 conveyor belts at the store, and then we can crack on, do a bit of baling to finish the episode off. And the next episode, I think we will sell the Massey, we'll lease the case, harvester and header, and get that second field done. I'm going to give the grass another month before I harvest it. And then we can get some silage going as well. Right, let's see what we're going to get for these conveyors. 32.5 and 27, not too bad. Not too bad at all. So that puts us up to just shy of 75 grand. And then if we sell the Massey and the header for 110, that puts us about 180. I may even just pay that loan straight back. It'd still leave us 80 odd grand to play with. We'll probably use about, I think it's 25-30 of it, leasing the new harvester. These balers are absolutely massive. Look how big they are compared to me. Absolutely huge. Massive piece of kit. Right, let's get this back to the field. do a bit of baling to finish the episode off. I think this field is massive, and I'm not used to fields of this size. I'm used to small farms with tight little roads and tracks, and yeah, it's good. It's good because it's new to me, and it's, you know, the yield we're getting is just massive. I mean, 2 laps of the headlands. But I think what is clear is that we don't have the equipment to deal with fields of this size. Certainly the next field, which is twice the size of this, and we're halfway through this field. So I think once the Massey has filled up, we'll empty it out and we're gonna sell it. And we're going to have to switch to a bigger combine, because this is going to take us hours and hours to do. Otherwise, I don't really think we have a choice. I think I underestimated the field size. The yield off this harvest is probably what I would get off a full farm on like year 3. You know, it's huge, which is like I say, it's good, new to me. It's not often I get to use massive equipment, but we are going to have to upgrade. Tractors are alright for now, but again, you know, for the drills, trying to drill a field of this size, and certainly the other field, on a 4-metre wicking width, it's just... yeah, it's not logical. It'll take hours. So I'm just interested to see. Again, I've never used these massive bits of equipment. So that's not direct. That's direct, but it's only 9 metres. So that's the biggest one we've got on a direct. It's 200 grand and it needs 300 horsepower. 12 metres, 12 metres. Yeah, I mean it's a big bit of kit. I may look at getting a mod, something like this, the air drill, but as a drill instead of a planter. We are going to do a crop rotation, but we're going to stick with cereal crop next, so we'll probably do barley. Just thinking, if we're going to need 300 horsepower. I do have the Ford on a cheap, you know, that's only 60k for a 500 horsepower tractor, which is massively unrealistic, of course, but we're looking probably, well, saying that, 300 horsepower. We are on American maps, so like the Case maybe. I mean, obviously, you know, I would love to have the quad track. But that's nearly £1 million, which is just crazy money. So yeah, we're gonna have to. I mean, the Vulture tends to be the cheapest tractors going. So if I needed a 300 horsepower, well, it's 360 for the air drill, isn't it? So that would be, yeah, 275 grand. But if you think about it, when we come to sell all our wheat, at the minute we've already got 30,000 litres in silage, in the silo, full harvester pretty much. And we're only halfway through this field and we've got a field that's twice the size to do. So yeah, we're going to have a lot of wheat to sell. But I'm going to get this emptied and we will get this harvester salt. We'll lease the case. Because come selling time, we're going to have a lot of straw to sell as well. When is the best time for wheat? Is it like December, January sort of time? Yeah, January. Straw, I think, is December. Straw. Is it up here? January as well. So come January, we're going to have a massive harvest income, which is great stuff. There's not going to be much to do over the winter months. Yep. Yeah, there's not going to be much to do over the winter months. It's going to be a case of... and we could do contracts, I suppose, but it just depends what contracts are available over the winter months. Wow, 20k for hoeing a field. I think everything is just massive on this map. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed being back. If you have, please hit that like button, subscribe if you want to help me out. And I will see you on the next one, where we're going to be buying a big old harvester.